Well, y'all, we have storms a brewing on the East Coast. Let's make sure our bug out bags are ready for this upcoming hurricane. Stay with us. Hi, this is Vicki with the 411. Welcome back. We are on week 33 of our 52-week emergency preparedness challenge. Want to do a quick weather update. Hurricane Erin is in the Atlantic Ocean, coming up from like Puerto Rico area. It's not scheduled to hit landfall, but there will be some storm surge, high waves, a lot of possibilities for flooding and power outages. So if you are in that area or you have friends in that area, anywhere in the East Coast from Georgia on up through North Carolina to the Outer Banks, please warn them and tell them to be on the alert for any evacuations. The rip tides are going to be terrible in the beach along the East Coast this week. So do be careful if you're at the beach vacationing for the summer. So, anyway, we are on week 33. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I've been getting some really good comments. We'll talk about some of those today as we go along. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of December. So, I need your help. Share this with your friends, get your family and friends to join this with us. It's never too late to start. It might be overwhelming if they wanted to start now on the 33 weeks, but it's never too late to start getting prepared. They can take little steps at a time. But thank you for joining me and coming on this journey with me. So, week one and our food goal, it says to go back to, we are at week 33. Did I just say week one? My bad. Week 33, our food says go back to week two, look at that food list, and replenish if you need to. So it asked for 8 cans of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup. Those are the two most commonly used soups in serving meals and stuff like that. Said to get 5 1-pound boxes or bags of pasta. Now, I want to tell you about a friend of mine, Tracy, when this came out on week two. She went, first of all, she misunderstood, but it was such a good price. She's not upset that she misunderstood. But she got 5 pound bags of pasta at Walmart and got such a great deal. So she's up on her pasta. But I just thought I'd share that with you. Thought that was funny. And then it says 1 case of tomato soup. Tomato soup is my comfort food. If it's bad weather, I want tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. That is my comfort food, makes me happy. So check what you have. If you need to go back and replenish what maybe you've used out of your food, and I'll tell you why. My husband was sitting here last night and he goes, "Oh man, don't have any popcorn left." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, sorry to hear that, because he eats it so often." I go, "But wait a minute, I have a bag of it out in my little tub in my little food storage room." So I go out there and I get him his bag of popcorn, and immediately on my list, I put on there that I need to buy 2 bags, one for out there, one for inside. So it's important to buy these little things and store these things up because it wasn't an emergency. We had just run out. Nobody had told me we'd run out. So that is another reason why it's good to keep your food up. Now, in our household items, it said to get hypoallergenic band aids. Now, I went all the way through my little backpack here of my medical supplies that's out in my family tub. None of my band aids says hypoallergenic, so I kind of Googled it. It's for people that have sensitive skin. Some people are allergic to the latex tape or whatever. So I've noticed that silicone is a pretty common adhesive that they're using with these band-aids that keep you from having an allergic reaction to a band-aid. I'm going to get some for my kid only because I don't have any. I will share a link, the ones I found on Amazon, and just have some on hand in case you come across somebody in your hiking and travels that might need a hypoallergenic band-aid. In our 72-hour kits, if you are working on extending yours to the 96-hour bug out bag, it says to add 2 meals to each bag. That can be those tuna packs with the crackers or something to it, or the chicken salads, things like that we've noticed that we've put in our backpacks that had protein and things like that, be sure to add some like peanut butter crackers or something like that. That'll give you some carbs and some protein together. I do want to tell you that I did get a comment from a lady this week that's from the North Carolina mountains. And she said that when Hurricane Helene came through, it was a good 96 hours before they got help from FEMA. So, may not be a bad idea to go from 72-hour bug out bags to 96-hour bug out, about 96-hour bug out bags. So add 2 meals to that, and hopefully next week I'm going to my favorite thing I'm going to share next week will really help you with this bug out bag for 96 hours. On our emergency money, we're adding $30 more to each adult bag. That's enough for this week. You just have to remember to do it. Keep it on your radar always. When I'm at the grocery store at Walmart and I use my debit card, I just get a little cash out so I can have cash to put in my adult bag. For our family prep, it says to take your family on an 8-block hike. So I Googled just how far is 8 blocks. Well, in New York, 8 blocks is a mile. In Taylor, Texas, 16 blocks to a mile. So it depends on how your city is built as to how many blocks in a mile. But on average, the standard block is 20 blocks is 1 mile. So if you walk 8 blocks, you're just under a half a mile. That is so doable. You could do that. Now, this time of year, with it being hot and humid, I would not ask you to put your backpacks on and take your walk. But it is. And what do we do on these family walks? We point out what neighbors are safe neighbors to go to. We reiterate where our meeting place is if we have to have evacuation from our home for whatever reason, whether it be fire, flood, water spewing everywhere. Just if your carbon monoxide detector goes off, you need to have a safe place that you can meet. So go over that when you're taking your walks with your family. Take a picnic with you. Take them out for ice cream afterwards. Make your 8-block walk or hike be fun with your family. And then our last thing under water, it says to set $10 more aside for your next water barrel purchase. Now, I did get a comment from a subscriber that said she found the 5, or I think she said they were 7-gallon water jugs, good for storage, at Walmart for $20. So we're finding better prices every time we turn around. So don't let that money be a big hindrance on you not saving your water. So look for them, find them, they're out there. So now we'll talk about my favorite thing. Hold on just a sec. Since we were on the topic today of Band-Aids, I wanted to share with you this very unique bandage that I found. It is a wound closure device. So if you're out hiking on the trails, or you're traveling and you're out in the middle of the nowhere, whatever, and somebody gets cut, and it's a pretty deep cut that needs to have some attention to it, medical attention to it. I'm going to try to hold this up where you can see it. This bandage has these little plastic strips on it, and then a little thing in the middle, and it closes almost like this. And this part of the bandage is sticking into your skin. And so as you pull it together, it's going to pull that gap in your skin and tighten it down, and the bandage goes on, and it keeps it in place until you have a chance to go have it looked at and possibly get stitches. I just thought that was how the bandage sticks, and then you pull those little plastic things and it pulls the sticky together right there and just closes that wound and tapes it down. Genius idea. So I bought some of those to go in my family pack, and a couple in each backpack, because I just thought, just what I need to be out having a nice hike up in the mountains and something happened. And we don't want that to happen. So anyway, be prepared. That's just our favorite thing. Just always be prepared for what is coming around the corner. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Vicki with the 411, just here to help you get better prepared for whatever emergency situation comes your way, whether it's disaster, illness in the family and that your breadwinner can't work, or simple things like trucker strike and you can't get your favorite food at the grocery store. Well, you're stocked up, so that's good. Just a lot of different things that can tie into an emergency. Loss of a job. There goes your income again. You've got things that can hold you over for a while. So, anyway, thank you for working hard to be better prepared, and we'll see you next week.